Well, we're in the middle of fair season, and joining the action is the 183 times they've had this fair. We're talking about the Farmington Fair. It's happening right now. It's one of Maine's 25 fairs.
That is incredible. And the gates opened at 8 o'clock this morning. That's where we find Maine's Asia Reed with what you can expect at the fairgrounds. Good morning, Asia.
Yeah, good morning, Katie and Jeff. We're right here in the museum. There are so many important parts of the fair, like the food, the rides, and the animals, but the museum is an amazing aspect of it as well. I'm here with Jeff. He manages these museums. Good morning, Jeff. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning.
Tell us what we're standing in front of right here. This is quite the exhibit. It looks like a lot of items are very old. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Well, this would be what would have been a parlor, probably anywhere from 1850 to 1900 or perhaps a little bit later. And the issue here is entertainment in the days before there was electricity. If you wanted to have entertainment in your home, people learned how to play the organ or horns or violins or guitars and entertain themselves on Saturday night when the work was done. You also have a walking wheel in here, which is an instrument that a family would have used to spin wool back in the day to make sweaters, and a treadle sewing machine over there that a woman would have pumped with her foot in order to make it work for electricity, and of course a wood stove for warmth.
Very nice. And how old are some of these items? They must be so old, so authentic. How old are some of these pieces here?
Well, this Columbia guitar dates back to 1915, and the walking wheel would have been probably, again, somewhere between 1850 and probably 1880. Yeah. How
do you guys get these items? Do you guys seek them out? How did they get here into this museum?
Well, I inherited the museum from an older generation of people who thought it was necessary to save some of this stuff from our heritage. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, as folks walk through the museum, it triggers their memories of things that they have on their property or in their barns now, and they oftentimes would just donate them in memory of their grandparents or their parents.
Yeah, it must be so amazing to show people what life was like so long ago and have the actual pieces right here.
It is, and it's interesting because it's, in a way, it's become sort of a memorial as well as a museum, because somebody will walk through with their grandchildren and they'll say, look, this was my grandfather's tool and I used this when I was your age out on the farm. And so it intrigues the young people and ignites their imagination. And people walk through and they feel like they're part of the museum because their things are here.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Jeff, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's definitely so awesome in here. It's great to see these items in person. It's one thing to see it online, but seeing it in person and how things were set up back then is just so cool, so special. Live in Farmington for Maine, Asia Reed. Back to you, Katie and Jeff.
Hey, by the way, it's 10:04 and Maine's fair season continues to roll on this week. It is the Farmington Fair.
That's where we find Maine's Asia Reed this morning with more on the family fun on deck. Asia?
Yeah, well, good morning, Katie and Jeff. It feels so great here. Fair season is in full swing, and the weather is definitely shaping up. I'm in the exhibition hall, joined with Glenda. Thank you so much for coming on, Glenda. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us what we're looking at right over here. We see some great flowers. I see some pumpkins. What is this exhibit?
This is what we call one of our farm tables, and they compete, and they have been judged and whatever, and it's whatever their farm consists of. And you can see this was the blue ribbon one this year, so.
Definitely deserved. It's such a jam-packed table with so many amazing pieces on here, that's for sure.
A lot of work and a lot of time.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's travel on over here. We're going to go around the corner. And what are we going to be seeing right over here?
We're going to go to a couple of the Grange booths, and they compete too every year. And they do grow all of their veggies, they do all of their canning, and all of their, it's whatever their Grange consists of, and they compete too. And they got a red ribbon, and this one here got the blue ribbon.
First placed right here, right?
Yeah, and when they're judged, it's how much different variety of things that they have, and if you can read their labels good, and you know, and things like that. And they have to have a Bible, of course, in them because that's part of the Grange.
Why should people come on down and check this stuff out?
Oh, they'd love it. And, you know, it's such a nice building, and upstairs is beautiful quilts being displayed and judged, and photography, paintings, and arts and crafts, and whatever. So there's a lot to see in this building. So.
Yeah, I feel like this really showcases how much work is put into growing food, making it, producing it yourself.
Right, it is. A lot of work, and a lot of it's winter things, like they do the, you know, over to the arts and crafts one. There's quilts, and they work all winter to get ready for it. So.
Yeah. And today there's going to be a lot of kiddos here, right? It's going to be a busy day.
They get out at noontime, and they will be here. So, and they don't walk through like yesterday when the seniors were here. They run through. So we'll be quite busy with them. So
yeah, they're probably super excited to be here. Glenda, thank you so much for being on.
And thanks for stopping by.
All right, the fair goes through Saturday, so definitely stop by. Definitely come stop by the exhibition hall. Live in Farmington for Arc Maine, Asia Reed. Back to you guys in the studio.
It's still mind-boggling when I go to one of the county fairs and I see the people that make all the jellies and the jams and the pies and everything, all the contests, and it means a big deal to have that blue ribbon on their shelf after making something like that.
And you meet so many great people. I love it.